We're here at the Evansville Wartime Museum today with Emily Ewald. Emily was a war worker during World War II. Emily, would you please give us your full name and your date of birth?
My full name is Emily Phillips Ewald. My date of birth is October 9th, 1925.
All right, and can you tell us about where you grew up and about your family?
Well, I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri until I was 16. And my parents bought a farm in southern Illinois. We moved over and it had a nice old home on it, but it wasn't electrified or didn't have running water, none of the modern conveniences. It was a nice old home. Mm-hmm. But at any rate, my dad was a jack of all trades. He could do anything. He was going to fix that house up. But 3 months later, the Japs hit Pearl Harbor. That was the end of any repair. Mm. You know, you couldn't buy material,
right,
anything like that. So I was in high school when we moved, and I finished high school still at the farm. As soon as I finished high school, I came straight to Evansville and signed up to work at Servelle on the Corsair. I didn't know what it was on, but that's what it happened to be.
Okay.
The wing for the Corsair.
And what was your job on the wing?
Huh?
What was your job as far as working on the wings? What did you do? Were you a riveter?
I needed an interpreter.
What did you do on the planes?
Oh, on the plane. Well, the Corsair had a cloth, about 2/3 of it or 3/4 was stretched cloth over the ribs, you know, and riveted with strips. But the part I worked on was the leading edge, which was always aluminum, where the machine guns and all
Gotcha.
were mounted.
Gotcha.
So that's what I did there.
Okay.
I prepared the holes for the riveter.
Okay.
I wasn't a riveter.
Okay. You drilled the
Prepared
holes.
the hole. Yeah, they had to be drilled and then countersunk and then deburred. You have to get all those burrs off, be sure, because they'd keep a rivet from seating. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's what I did
Okay. Interesting.
there.
So,
But
where did you live when you were here? When you came to Evansville, where did you live?
where did I live?
Yes.
I lived at the YWCA.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were there a lot of war workers living there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what year,
Yeah, there
what
sure
year,
was.
what year would that been that you started at Servelle?
What year did you start working at Servelle?
At Servelle, it would have been probably, I graduated in 44,
Okay.
so.
In 44.
Right after graduation.
Gotcha. So, how long did you work there?
Oh, probably 6 or 8 months. Then an aunt and an uncle worked at Briggs and had a house here. They invited me to move into their basement. They had an apartment. And so I went with them. And since they worked at Briggs, I switched jobs and went to Briggs.
Okay.
And I could ride to work with them. Yeah. And
you-
at Briggs, they worked on the P-47
Okay.
wings. Yeah.
I see. So you worked on 2 different airplanes during World War
Yeah,
II.
the wings on both.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything that stood out that in your memory about working in the war plants?
About working on them.
Anything that stood out to you as far as a war worker?
Nothing especially.
What was your typical shift? How many
What shift did you work?
Well, I worked the day shift when I was at Briggs, because that's the shift they work,
Okay.
you know.
How many hours,
But
how many
I
hours
worked
was
the
that?
night shift at Sorrel.
Okay.
Went to work maybe at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, got off about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
10-hour day.
10 hours a day. So when you got off, the buses weren't running, correct?
Huh?
When you got off, the buses were no longer running.
No, no.
So how did you get
But
home?
that surprised me. But there wasn't enough people rode that late at night.
Mhm.
And that they were so short of gasoline that they cut out the late night bus.
So how did you get home from work?
Huh?
How did you get home from work?
Walked.
Okay.
Yeah.
At 3 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And did you walk alone?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Never had a fear of any harm or anything.
That's great.
And back then, especially Saturday night, you couldn't walk down the streets in Evansville, you know, Main Street or thing. It was just full of soldiers
Right.
from Camp Leonard Wood across the river.
Uh-huh.
They all had leave, weekend leave, and they really swarmed into Evansville.
Yeah, I've heard they did.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the USO?
Never did.
No. Because I heard a lot of the girls from the war plants would go and,
Now, one thing interesting, one of the boys mentioned it, I'd forgotten about it, but my dad took flying lessons at Carbine,
okay.
and the instructor that came over from Evansville was a test pilot from Republic,
Oh, cool.
and for the P-47,
Uh-huh.
and he came over a weekend and flew back. Well, he started taking me back to Evansville.
What was his name?
It saved my dad a trip, you know.
Do you remember his name?
No, I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay. Well, we have inherited a archive of information about the Republic Aviation Plant, and part of that is the test pilots.
He was a test pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But he came over to Carbine to teach flying.
Uh-huh.
I guess he made his extra money doing that.
Okay. So he would fly you back in.
Huh?
So he would fly you back to Evansville.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you said you remembered a lot about downtown. Did you go into downtown much during the war? I know all the shopping and everything was down there. Did you go downtown very often during the war?
Oh, no.
No.
No. No.
So when you know you guys worked 10-hour shifts, so you didn't have a lot of free time. But when you had free time, what did you do generally? What kinds of things would you do? Just stay at home, or did you ever go anywhere with others?
Yeah. No.
No. Okay. So when the war ended, tell us about what you did after that. After the war, what did you do?
After the war.
Yes.
Well, after the war, I went back to Carbine and got a job at a bank and did that up until I got married.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a controller.
Gotcha. So what year did you get married?
Huh?
What year did you get married?
1951.
Okay. So tell us about your family. How many
It's
children?
what?
Tell us about your family.
Oh, my family?
Yes.
Well, I have 4 children, 3 sons and a daughter. The daughter was first and then 3 sons. And then later, when I was about 60, I took 2 of my grandsons to live with me and raised them all the way through school, through high school, till they left home.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all in all, I had 5 sons and 1 daughter.
Gotcha. Now, were you living on a farm all this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Back to your, when you worked at Briggs.
I'm sorry, I'm real deaf.
When you worked at Briggs and Serval, do you remember when you first started, do you remember what kind of training they gave you to be able to work on the wings? did you have to do some training classes? Were they instructed you or anything like that?
I need an interpreter.
What kind of training did you get when you worked there?
On the wings?
On the
It was
wings.
just strictly on the job.
On the job training,
Yeah,
right?
they just showed you what you're supposed to do and you did it.
Okay, okay. Because we have some exhibits where workers had to make like little boxes out of rivets, you know, to qualify, but
Yeah.
you were drilling holes and they would tell you when you did it right and when you did it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and learn from
Well,
that.
a
Okay.
lot of their help was off the farm, and
Okay.
that was stuff you were acquainted with anyhow. Yeah.
Have you ever, before you started working there, did you ever use a drill or any of those type of tools? Was that all brand new to you?
Get over what?
Did you ever use tools before you went there to work?
Before I went there,
Yeah.
well, just at home,
Just at home?
maybe helping a little bit on the farm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was familiar with tools. My dad was a first-class mechanic.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
did that for 17 years in St. Louis while I was growing up.
It sounds like all the
So I was very familiar
the country
with
girls
tools.
were a step ahead of everybody else
Yeah.
since they knew how to do things. Yeah.
So is there anything else you would like to tell us? Let me ask you this, if you had advice for young people today, is there anything you would say to them about living today and being successful? And
What advice would you give young people?
Now,
Yeah.
well,
Learn how to work?
I'd say, be prepared. The future is almost the present, yeah. Yeah. Before you know it, it's the present.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good
When you're
advice.
young, the future seems like this distant thing,
Yes.
that'll just someday happen. And before you know it's happening. And you need to prepare at least a plan. Your plan doesn't always work out, but at least have a plan.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say today to our
Nothing
audience?
I can think of.
All right. Well, we sure thank you, Emily, for being with us today and for sharing your story with us. Thank you very much.